Hey guys, we're back with the notes for 1.6. This one's going to be a lot quicker. We're going to solve word problems involving inequalities. So remember, we're still thinking of those cubes idea. We're still working on setting up the problem before we worry about solving it. Okay? First problem says, Sarah needs to buy a small laptop before the next semester. It doesn't really sound like there's any numbers or any operations or any equal value in here, so we're going to keep reading. The laptop costs $600. Go ahead and circle him. Every week, she also withdraws $60 from her savings account for food. Okay. Sarah has a total of $950 in her savings account. How many weeks can Sarah withdraw money for food? Okay, so our actual question is how many weeks? I'm going to go ahead and box that. That's my question. So I'm going to be solving for my W, which is the number of weeks. Okay. I skipped that number on accident. We got 950. So let's see if we can piece together an equation. Okay. She needs to buy a laptop before the next semester. The laptop costs $600. So I'm starting with $600. Every week she also withdraws. Okay, so she's also spending money. So also withdraws, that's extra, so plus 60 each week. So every week we're going to do 60. So 60 times however many weeks we have. Sarah has a total of $950. So that's going to be my equal sign. Okay. How many weeks can Sarah withdraw money for food? So here's the problem right now. The problem right now is it says that we are dealing with inequalities. Okay? Inequalities. So that means I'm not going to use an equal sign. What does inequality mean? Good. Hopefully you're thinking about less thans, greater thans, less than or equal to's, greater than or equal to's. So if we think about this one, is she going to be doing less than 950 or greater than 950? Well, this is the money that she's spending. This is how much money she has in her bank account. Can she spend greater than what she has, or does she have to spend less than what she has? Hopefully you're saying less. Okay? We're going to have Sarah spend less than what she has. Could it be equal to? Yes, she could spend all $950 if she needed to. Let's go ahead and solve and see what that ends up coming out to be. Okay. All right, if I look at this one, we're going to kick out the loaner. I'm going to subtract 600 from both sides. 950 minus 600 gives me 350. All right, our next step is going to be to divide by 60. And we end up with W is less than or equal to, give me just a second, 5.833. Now, two things. First, I know that you're good with rounding. But when it comes to inequalities, our rounding is a little bit different. So I want you to put a note that this is not the same as rounding. Okay, here's how we're going to answer a question. When it says, how many weeks can she withdraw? Well, she needs to stay lower than 950. And if she did that on an equal number of weeks, it would come out to 5.8. So at 5 weeks, she's still good, right? If we explored that, we would say she spends 600 plus 60 times 5. That would give us $900. She would still be okay. But if she tried to spend 6 times, if she decided to withdraw money 6 weeks, that would be 960. Do you see how that's too much? We're not allowed to have that. So we're going to need a whole number for our answer. In this case, we are going to give a whole number down. We're going to say the answer is 5 weeks. Because it's a less than, we are going to round down. It's not really rounding because a 0.8 would go up normally. We are saying because it is a less than right here, we need our number to be less than 5.83. Okay? If you need to pause this for just a second, go ahead and do that. I'll meet you on number 2. All right, problem number 2, it says you want to rent a limousine for Halloween. Again, nothing important in that first sentence. The limo costs $700 for the night and 15 cents per mile. You have $750 to spend. Write an inequality that represents the scenario. How many miles can the limo travel? Okay, I see a couple numbers. We got 700, 15 cents, 750, and I definitely know my question is how many miles can it go? Okay, so in this case, my M is going to be the number of miles. All right, let's try to set this up. The limo costs $700, so we're going to start with that. And means I'm spending more money and 15 cents per mile. Remember, per means to multiply, per mile. So I'm going to put the M next to that. Now I have a total of $750 to spend. But remember, we are not using equal signs. Okay, so I'm going to have to take this equal sign out and figure out what I'm replacing it with. Again, if it's easier to think of it this way, here's the money I'm spending, here's the money that I have. We can go ahead and sort that out. Are you going to spend more than what you have or less than what you have? Hopefully you said less than. Could you spend equal to all of it? Could you spend all $750? Absolutely. So let's go ahead and solve this out. We're going to kick out our loaner, minus 700. That's going to give us 0.15 M is less than or equal to 50. And then we're going to divide by 15 cents. So divide by 0.15, divide by 0.15. We get our next step, which is M has to be less than or equal to 333.33 miles. Okay? All right, so same idea. We need to stay less than 333.3. So my options are, here's 3.3 repeating. My options are to go down 333 or go up 334. If I'm trying to stay less than it, do I want to go up or down? To stay less, I need to go down. Okay, so our final answer, let me erase this. Our final answer is going to be 333, use your units, miles. That's my final answer. Okay? So all you're doing is solving the problem the same way. Less than means round down, greater than would mean round up. Okay? Let's try the last one. Jessica needs to raise money for her fundraiser by selling popcorn. Nothing important here. She earns $8 for every bag of popcorn sold. She has already earned $250. How many more bags would she need to sell to raise $500? Okay, write an inequality here. Let's go ahead and set it up. 8 is a number, 250 is a number, and we're trying to reach our target goal of 500. Okay, so if we say $8 for every bag, well, that helps us, right? Because what's our question? Our question is how many bags? So let's go ahead and use B. B is my number of bags. All right, so 8 for every bag means 8 times B. She's already earned, so already earned means extra plus 250. And she is trying to raise 500 as a total. So she doesn't want to equal 500, she's trying to raise that much money. Okay, so this is what she's earning, and this is her goal. So the question is, do you want to be less than your goal or greater than your goal? You want to be greater than your goal. That's why we set them. So in this case, we want to be greater than or equal. We'd be okay just hitting it. We don't have to sell more, but greater than 500. Let's go ahead and solve this one out. We're going to subtract the loaner, so minus 250. These cancel out. It's going to give us 8B is greater than or equal to 250. And then we're ready to divide. So divide by 8. Divide by 8. B needs to be greater than or equal to 31.25. All right, so on this problem, our number is 31.25. The number above it is 32. The number below it is 31. If I want to be greater than 31.25, do I want to round down or round up? Good. Hopefully you said you want to go up. To be greater means we want more. So I'm going to erase this. We need to go up to 32. So what do we need to sell? 32 bags. If you say bags of popcorn, that's the exact same thing. Okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and scroll out. If you missed anything on number 2 or 3, go ahead and pause it, copy what you need, and you are set to get started.